Well, they're making another one of those Mortal Kombat. This is a direct sequel to the one that came out, during the pandemic and all that. I liked the movie. Some of you guys liked it. Yeah. But I will say that the buzz for this second one, it's building. And it's starting to get some serious hype here. So let's look at this here. Mortal Kombat 2 made test audiences cheer and jump out of their seats like Avengers Endgame did. Its writer says. Damn. That's high praise. The fights, the fatalities, the surprises, the deaths. I think we nailed it, he said. Very interesting. And of course, they are bringing in Johnny Cage. Let's read this article here on Dextero, which goes over the whole situation here. Mortal Kombat 2 test screenings were like Avengers Endgame for Mortal Kombat fans. That's high praise. Mortal Kombat 2 is set to be bigger and funnier than the first film. And according to the sequel's writer, the reactions have been comparable to Avengers Endgame. The first Mortal Kombat had fights, fatalities, plenty of gore, and great Easter eggs for those that have played the games. It also had a big problem. It didn't feature the titular tournament. That's true, actually. That's true. That's going to change in Warner Bros.' highly anticipated follow-up to the video game movie. As the sequel was being developed, screenwriter Jeremy Slater was adamant that it would include the tournament rather than making the viewers wait another movie and be like, come back for the finale. Fair. It's the best lesson the film could have learned from its predecessor, and going by the response in the test screenings, their hard work has already paid off. Oh, but wait, I thought we didn't talk about test screenings. I thought we weren't supposed to talk about test screenings. Superman had bad test screenings, but we're not supposed to talk about it. Everybody said Fantastic Four was mid, but we're not supposed to talk about it. Mortal Kombat 2 writer is so excited for fans to see it. Speaking of comicbook.com, Slater said, it's tremendous honor and incredibly cool to be involved in the project, especially as a lifelong fan of Mortal Kombat. It was genuinely surreal. Look through my phone and there's pictures of me next to Raiden, Katina, Baraka, he said. I am so excited for people to see the movie. And it's done for a while. We've been waiting for the right release date and waiting for the right window. I have been to those test screenings, which are full of Mortal Kombat fans, and watched them react to it the way I reacted to Avengers Endgame. They were cheering, jumping out of their seats. Every joke is landing, and they're loving it. It's one of the greatest moments of my life. That's why you get into the business. I mean, dude, I'm going to be real. Like, I was totally ready to be like, this feels like some fluff. Yeah, this feels like he's just hyping it up. That rings as he had an authentic experience and was pretty excited to see how fans were enjoying it. So that is really, really cool. Here's something that Ed Boon said about it. And we should just look at this, man, because these first looks do look really cool here. Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban, Katana, whatever. And then Shao Kahn and Scorpion. Let's look at this here. Looks pretty good. She looks good. Oh, shit! Johnny Cage. Is he going to do the split and punch Gordo in the nuts again? That's from the old movies. The first film had a big roster, but Mortal Kombat 2 is taking it even further. Johnny Cage, Katana, Jade, Quan Chi, Shao Kahn, Sindel, Baraka will appear alongside the sequel's returning cast. That made it exciting and incredibly challenging for Slater. It was finding a structure to make the tournament as satisfying as he wanted it to be, because this had years of build-up, he explained. It's figuring out who the individual matches are going to be. Oh, yeah, that would be really fun. Just thinking about the matches. Which characters do you want to pair off for maximum emotional impact, but also for the most dynamic fights? And then also, what is the larger story you're trying to tell between the tournament? Don't worry too much about that, Jeremy. Then making sure when you get to those moments that matter, the fights, the fatalities, the surprises, the deaths, that they land and that they are satisfying to everyone wants them to be. I think we nailed it. They had the best stunt team in the business working on this thing. The actors are phenomenal. It's so much funnier and bigger than the first movie. Now, some people, chat, and I want to know here, some people are taking issue with this funnier comment here. What are you guys thinking? Because some people are like, wait, what? Funny? I don't want my Mortal Kombat to be funny. Who did this? Fucking James Gunn? You know? I don't know. I mean, I'm not really bothered by it. I think funny's fine. Funny can be fun, dude. You know what I mean? At the same time, sure. Could be a little too slapstick, you know? I don't know. We'll see. Mortal Kombat 2 will hit cinemas in October 24, 2025. Oh my God, October of this year. Let's go. Until then, check out our list of the Backtrack movies of all time. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, what do you think, man? What do you think, guys? Avengers Endgame level? Mortal Kombat fans jumping out of their chairs? Interesting. I did want to just add this to it as well. Cryptic HD says, that's good to hear, considering the film had multiple test screenings. However, the film is said to be a major improvement from the first. Intense fights, same pacing. So he's sort of confirming the story, talking about how they did a lot of tests, and it's supposed to be a major improvement on the first film. That's good to know, man. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see the Mortal Kombat movie. Am I crazy here, or are we all excited for the Mortal Kombat movie, chat? What do you think? If Johnny Cage is the funny guy, if it's relegated to him, then it should be fine. That's what I'm saying, right? Like Johnny Cage doing just some comments here after every death or fatality. That feels fine. James Gunn revealed Wonder Woman movie in development. Thoughts? Where's that at? Can somebody link me that? I'll check it out for sure if that's real. I just, no offense to you, random person in chat. But I don't know if I can just believe you, you know? Cool. Somebody, if it's real, somebody let me know. Is it real? Is that real? Or am I on a wild goose chase? Here. All right. Anyway, back to the point here. Mortal Kombat. Isn't this a Warner Brothers John too, right? Like, so yeah, this is another potential big franchise for them, something that could go right. EW Wonder Woman spinoff. Okay, excellent. So the Wonder Woman thing seems to be real. Wonder Woman officially being worked. Okay, cool. We'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, we'll talk about that in just a second. Appreciate that though. Thank you, Chet. Thank you. So for me, man, I like the fact that Johnny Cage is in here. I think that at some level, you know, anytime you bring up Avengers Endgame, like you're playing with fire a little bit, you know. It's just shorthand for like, this is the best fucking thing ever, and it does sort of feel like people are still chasing that Marvel thing. And if this were to work, absolutely, you could have a lot of other Mortal Kombat movies. I think Mortal Kombat is a type of franchise that if they approach it a little bit more like John Wick, that is to say, like, John Wick is more style over substance. It's just like this really hyper stylized, you know, assassin world that feels very comic booky in a sense. And it's really just all about the fighting, man. John Wick, without its fighting and its action, would not be anything. And so it's a very simple formula that they've been able to sort of double and triple down on. And they, like, the best John Wick movie is not that different than the other ones. It's just doing what all of them do at a higher level. And I love those movies. And I think that Mortal Kombat is similar. And so therefore, yeah, that definitely makes sense. This, I think, could be a big franchise for them. It seems like they really swung for the fences with this one. They got some big star power. They did a shit ton of screenings. I would imagine they spent a lot of money, man. You don't make a movie like this with a ton of screenings and then change it up and make these changes without spending a lot of money. So they did spend a lot on this. I'm excited. Man. And I enjoyed the first one. It's definitely not fine art or anything like that. And yeah, I wanted a tournament. But with that now actually coming in to the second one, feels right. So there you have it, chat. Mortal Kombat. Is this going to join some of the other big video game franchises out there? We talk a lot about this. Video game franchises seem to be the next big thing, or at least the next big thing that Hollywood thinks is going to pop off in the zeitgeist. And so you can see a ton of video game projects popping up from different studios. Mortal Kombat is maybe one of the most successful of all of them, right? Because, I mean, if you think about it, those old Mortal Kombat movies, they weren't like smash hits or whatever, but I mean, I think a lot of people enjoyed them. I think they had their space in the zeitgeist. I think they had pop culture references. So Mortal Kombat maybe sort of revitalized for this new era of video game franchises being the next big thing. We shall see, we'll see. I'm excited for it. Thanks for watching, and if you like this clip, smash a like on the actual video and subscribe to this channel. That way more of these clips get into your feed. I've also linked the full episode below if you want to check out the entire thing, including the Q&A we do with fans. You can also watch this show live. We do it live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can also find all of my content, including the videos I put on my main YouTube channel, on the podcast feed.